Today we will talk about what is love. After the food and the money, the only thing that we all are craving for, all are running for, is true love. If you go to any platforms, whether they are matrimony platforms or dating apps or anywhere, they are all full of one thing. Everybody needs a soulmate, everybody needs love. Kids need love from parents, parents need love from children, husband needs love from wife, wife needs love for husband, a lover needs love from lover, and we all need love from God. So love all around. We talk about this world a lot of time. What is love? Now, today I will tell you a short story. We search for love all over the place, but we don't find it because of the story I'm going to tell. One day, what happened? There's a guy who's fishing in the pond. His name is Peter. Peter is fishing in the pond. So his uncle comes from the house behind and he asks Peter, "Son, what are you doing?" Peter says, "I am trying to catch fishes." He said, "Why are you catching fishes?" He said, "Because I love fishes." Okay, so what are you going to do with the fishes? Peter replies, "I am going to cook them and eat them." This is fish love, and this is the love most of us do in our lifetime. What do? We love people so we can cook them and eat them, not in the literal form, but we love people because we expect from them. We expect our wishes to be granted. We expect to be loved back. Now understand one thing. Who can give love to another? Let's say there are two vessels, there are two buckets. How can they pour into one another? If one bucket is here and second bucket is here, then the one bucket can be poured into the second bucket which is lower. So a higher can pour into a lower, like as per the law of gravity also. Anything which is higher placed can only pour into something which is lower placed. So first of all, are we lower? Do we consider ourselves lower in any which way that we need to be poured? First of all, let's ask this question to yourself. Why do you need love? Why do you need somebody's sympathy? Why do you need somebody's empathy? Why do you need somebody's charity? We need partner so he can love me. Now, are we not having any love inside? Are we completely hollow? We have nothing? Now understand one more thing. The other person is also expecting the same. When we expect love from the partner, other person is also expecting the same. So who will pour into who? He is hollow, you are hollow as well. He needs love, you need love as well. So how would you love each other? How do you give love to each other? So understand one thing. The love comes from inside first. You can't give love and you cannot expect and take and demand love from anybody. It is not something like money that you can expect and take and demand. This is an internal thing. So first thing, start loving yourself. Love yourself, this universe will love you. As it says, even Guru Granth Sahib Bhagavad Gita says, Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde. Anything that exists in the universe exists inside you. So you, God, when God created you, He created your anahata, He created your heart, He made it full with lot of love. You are full with it. So first try to give rather than ask, because you have lot of love. But what you have to do, you have to dive inside you. But what we are doing, we are looking out at places outside. We are looking at the dating apps, we are looking at matrimony sites, we are looking here, there, we go all the places and we are looking for love. It is nowhere. It is nowhere, because they are also human. From where you are expecting love, they are also human. And they expect the same thing back from you. So who will give who? Understand my point of view. Who will give who? So first thing first, dive inside you. Start doing some dhyan. Start connecting to God, because He is the one who is higher than ourselves. Rest everything at the same level. Rest everybody is at the same level. He can only pour. He is bigger than us. He can pour. So if our vessel is empty, if we are hollow, for example, then He is the one who can only give you love. And once He gives you love, you can give love to the entire universe. You can unconditionally love the entire universe. And law of attraction says, what you give, you get back. It's like a boomerang. So when you give love to the humanity, when you give love to everybody, you will be loved back automatically. You don't need to ask for it. I'm really surprised. I get a lot of patients, lot of clients. Everybody says, I'm looking for a partner. I've been betrayed. I've been cheated. I expected love. I'm not getting love. And we tear apart other person's character. But we have to understand the other person also. He is also as weak, as hollow, as weak as we are. He is expecting the same things. If he expects from us, we expect from him. He doesn't get, he goes outside. And then he comes back and then he cries foul because he doesn't get it there also. We all are same. Humans, God has made us equal. So far the capacity of love is concerned, God has given equal to everybody. So how can you have more love which you can give to me? Understand that part. We can give. Why? Because we all are full with it. So we can first give the eternal, universal love to everybody unconditionally, with no condition, no expectation attached. Then automatically it comes back to us. We expect the other objects, the other material things just to satisfy our emotional or physical needs. But understand one thing. If love comes to us as an object, one day it has to leave. Because every object perishes, expires, gets broken one day. I'll give you a small story. Let's say that you go to buy a car. Right, when you go to buy a car in the showroom, what you do? You ribbon the car, you balloon the car, you kiss the car, you take selfies with the car, you make sure you park it near your house that nobody can scratch it. If there is a scratch, if somebody bumps the car, you fight with the person, you fight on the roads. How dare you hit my car? Because I love my car. Understand? So when you love this car, what happens after 3 years? You are on the road again to sell this car and buy a new one because you are bored of it. Now you say the car is giving you a lot of trouble. So you want to sell it and you want to buy a new car. This is the way we take love also. Till the time you will consider love as a materialistic object, you will be bored of it. Like you get bored of your car. Initially, a lot of love is there, a lot of care is there, but later, no care, nothing. So, understand the difference between an object as an emotion. That's why I time and again say love is an internal thing. It's not an object. It's not a commodity that you can use it and throw it. And that's most of us people are doing nowadays. We are using it nothing but an object to play around with. So of course, if you take it as an object, it is going to leave you one day, for sure, because it perishes. And everything has an expiration date. Even humans, we humans also have an expiration date. The day we come to this birth, when we take birth and we come to this earth, our death is decided. We come here to die basically, right? We come here to die, so the death get ascertained. So now what happens? Now if we are perishable, we have an expiration. How can somebody, your soulmate or a partner, can be with you forever? Never happens. It, for the sake of society sometimes, yes, together we are here, it's with me. But in reality, that doesn't happen. Because all the relationships that we make it here only. And they get abandoned, they perish, they get expired here itself. Don't cry. When people leave you, don't cry. Your karma pattern with those people is over. Your karma was till that point only. Now a new karma chapter begins. So let go. When we cling on to things, my guru used to say, do this very, very hard. What happens? He said, lot of stress, lot of strain, burden. He said, now leave it. What happens? Relaxation. So adopt this sutra, this mantra of letting go in life. When you let go, you are better off. When you let go, you are more than happy. The car works on our demand. The car that we buy, it works on our command. It doesn't say a word. Whenever we want to start it, ignite it, take it on the road, it goes with us. Still we want to perish it. Still we want to get rid of it. Understand the humans who have the equal emotions as us, who have the equal amount of anger, greed, lust, jealousy, all the emotions that we have, other humans also have. So when they will react, if you play with them, if you hurt them, if you use wrong words, if you cheat them, they are going to react back because they are as humans as we are. Because the way we react to situations, they are also going to react to situations the same way. So understand, when we can get rid of the car, getting rid of humans is easy because they will argue with you, they will fight back with you, they will do all kind of things. They will throw it back all the time. So how can you retain them? Understand? The only way, if you really want to retain people in your life, in that case, you have to perform a total self-surrender, a complete surrender, which you can't do to humans actually. This is the truth. You can never actually surrender to a human because you find a lot of faults in the other humans also. You think always that I am any day superior to my partner. He has a lot of shortcomings because there is no mirror in front of us. We don't see our shortcomings. So we always find faults in our partners. So they have. So the unconditional love, only and only, can be given to the Almighty, because we don't see Him, we just worship Him, we pray Him, so we don't find faults. There are people who find faults in gods also, that's a different part of the story. But most likely you don't get an opportunity to find faults in God. So the best way, if you have full of love in your heart, give it to God, surrender to God, and He will find the best for you. And if your heart is so weak that you are scared of betrayals, cheatings, then you should not look for a partner, because humans will always do that. Humans will cheat also, humans will betray also, they will fight also, they will hurt you also, they will argue with you also, and there is a possibility they will leave you also. So if you are ready to adopt the mantra of let go, look for it. Otherwise, surrender yourself to God, do dhyan, do meditation, and your life is going to be much better off. You would not need love from other hollow souls, other external people, because you will be full of it, and you will be giving it to the society. You will be offering it to the people who need, and that's a better life. So adopt that life. God bless you. Om Namo Narayana.